Hello, Reformers, and welcome to a special feature of Leap of Fate. Now, this is a game that comes out on March 30th of 2016, and you can pick it up on Steam, and, well, you can actually take a look in the description and click on the link, and you can go to the store page and potentially buy it if you like what you see in this video. Now, this is a roguelike RPG. It's pretty fast-paced, and it does have some elements of bullet hell, but not really. It's kind of a little bit slower than bullet hell, and, well, you'll see. It's kind of a deck-building roguelike RPG, and that is mixed with super fast action, and you'll see what I mean. Now, we have 4 different characters to choose from here. Unfortunately, I don't have the 4th one unlocked yet. As you can see, you can unlock it by completing 7 more missions with Mukai, and I haven't actually even used Mukai just yet. I was using Aeon and Big Mo. I was using Big Mo because I wanted to unlock the next character, and that is Mukai, of course. So, to begin this video, I think we're actually going to be starting with the basic character. I actually don't particularly find him very easy to play, and according to people on the forums and various other sources, Mukai is the easiest character to play, followed by, I think, probably Big Mo, and then maybe the last one. I'm not entirely sure about Aeon, to be honest. I mean, you do start off with him, so he should be reasonably easy to learn, but you'll see what I mean. So as we see, yes, we have completed 3 missions on him. Now, this is where the roguelike portion of things comes in. Obviously, it's just a roguelite. It's not really roguelike as it is, because obviously that's quite a little bit more in-depth and serious, but it does have roguelike elements. So as you see, we do have some passive benefits here. Now, once you complete 3 missions with Aeon, you get Big Mo. As you can see, that unlocks the character, but otherwise, you gain passive benefits like Haunting Wind, Shadow Walk through enemies to damage them. Now, Shadow Walk is your teleport, sort of more of a survival mobility ability. Yes, mobility ability, wonderful. But you can use that to escape enemies, or, as you see from this ability, you can actually use it to damage enemies, which is really good. Now, of course, you also have basic attacks permanently deal more damage. You also have this and various other amounts of abilities that give you some utility. So, for example, Haunting Wind binds to enemies, and damage dealt to either one is also dealt to the other. Very interesting. A very interesting skill there. I really like that, actually, about this game, because it has a diversity that you wouldn't normally see, because some other games, they'll just do, okay, you deal more damage, and obviously this one has done that, but most of this is all... Yeah, there's another one, but you do need that, you see. You do need that. You need that increase in basic attack damage. If you don't have that, then, well, the bosses are going to be incredibly difficult. Did I mention? Yeah, they have bosses. They do have bosses. And here's a description. He is a Shadow Mage. His basic attack is to shoot an arc of 5 magic projectiles, and he has Shadow Walk, which deals damage when passing through enemies, and his glyph, which is his sort of mana-costing ability, and that is, of course, snipe a single enemy with a quick bolt. And you can use 4 of those. As you can see, you can use 4 Shadow Walks, and you can use 4 Shadow Bolts, unless you have more of these. Now, these are energy bolts, which basically means you can use an additional of those Shadow Bolts, or you can empower your own abilities with those and make them a little bit more powerful for that one use. Now, of course, you do have more outfits to actually dress up your characters, but unfortunately you need to you need to complete quite a few missions with that. So yeah, we're not going to be doing that right now. And there's the story. Obviously, these are mostly, this is a cutscene, of course, and this is mostly achievements and things like that. So we're going to go back to the character creation. We'll pick Aeon for this, and we'll play on normal. I don't have hard unlocked, unfortunately. You need to complete 15 missions with him, which is pretty impressive. So let's head on in, shall we? Ah, there we go. Did you know that you can gain more mana by killing creatures using your special powers? Yep, that's really nice, because mana in this game is the currency that you will use at the shops. You will use it in your upgrade tree. Did I mention there's an upgrade tree? Yeah, there is. It's actually a pretty large upgrade tree as well, which means you get a bunch of different passive benefits, and they are all relatively unique as well, which I actually do appreciate quite a bit. So, otherwise, use more special powers. Energy cells are extra charges for your glyphs or shadow walks. They are automatically used when out of charges, like I said. So that does deal some pretty nice damage. And here we go. We have the general mission. Kill 6 creatures with a single haunting wind. That should be pretty easy. And we have a level 2 mission. In a single combat card in level 2, kill 3 creatures using explosive obstacles. So we have to keep that in mind for when we go in there, because completing missions is what this is all about. So you can start to unlock more passive benefits and in general get more powerful with this particular character. So now, as you can see, there is my attack. That is my initial attack, and obviously you can use that as many times as you want, and you can use it while you're moving as well. Now, here is Shadow Bolt. Yep, there's Shadow Bolt. We actually have unlimited amounts of mana right now, so you can actually see that I'm using it, and yeah, doing a relatively good job. And otherwise, we can now use Shadow Walk. Yes, there we go. There's Shadow Walk. It's actually really cool, in my opinion, to actually use that, but of course you only have 4 uses while you're in combat. So, this is the deck building. Well, technically, you're not really building a deck, but you are going through a randomized deck of cards. And, well, you'll see as time goes on, but our initial card is a combat phase, of course. So we're going to head on in here and take care of a couple of enemies. Now, these are, of course, going to be relatively easy to take out. They're not really too difficult. Now, you may notice something a little bit strange here. Now, do you see the screen? Yeah, that's not me. That is not me at all. My videos are usually perfectly fine in 16:9 aspect ratio, but apparently the developers decided to go for a slightly stylized screen look when you're in combat. And I'm not entirely sure whether this is to reduce the field of view so that it's a little bit more challenging, so you can't actually see many of the enemies and maybe some of the projectiles that are streaming towards you. But yeah, so there is a bit of dynamic screen changing, as you will see in just a moment. So there you go. The screen is now back in 16:9, which is, yes, I'm not entirely sure if I'm a fan of that, to be honest. I do really like seeing the whole screen, obviously, but could just be a challenge increase or something. Speaking of challenge, we actually do have a challenge mission here. Now, I've never done any of these. Oh, I might be able to do this. To succeed, clear this combat card without using Shadow Walk. Well, that should be relatively easy, I would say. So let's head on in and see what we're actually going to do here. Oh no, okay, that might actually be too difficult for me. Maybe. We are taking a lot of damage right now, and I would have Shadow Walked very, very quickly out of that if I could. Unfortunately, I couldn't, so I took quite a bit of damage. Maybe I'll be able to do it. Oh, it seems as though I might be able to. Oh yes, there we go. Now I'm going to use a Shadow Bolt against this guy. There we go. Get some extra mana, and what did we get? We got some extra HP, as you can see. So we gained an extra HP slot, and that means, of course, we are a little bit more difficult to kill. And we're going to teleport out of here. Now, what I do really like about this is that the transitions between the combat stages and the, well, shall we say the table with the deck of cards on it, are seamless. They are extremely smooth and very, very quick. Everything is very well done. Now, bear in mind, this is a beta, and of course, it's actually releasing in a day or so, and it is going to have many more changes, bug fixes, and probably even more content than this has right now, so you'll see a couple of changes there, obviously, but for now, oh yes, here we go. We're going to be heading in a very difficult combat scenario here, but it does have a slight modifier, and that is the more loot modifier. Killed enemies drop more mana and loot. Oh yes, I actually really like that, of course, but if I can survive, then that would be great, but if I can't, then I'm going to be pretty sad. But let's just see. Are we able to do it? Are we able to do it? I'm going to try and save my Shadow Bolts for that guy over there. There we go. Come on, try and take him out. There we go. Yeah, I really don't like those turrets at all. Let's try and get them spawned. So as you also see, there are some zones on the ground that you can step into to summon the next wave of enemies. So you don't have all the enemies attacking you at once, which is actually quite nice because I really don't like to be swamped. Because can you imagine having, I don't know, 6 of these turrets on the battlefield all at once? That would be a little bit too much for most people, I would say. But yeah, it's at least nice that they don't swamp you too much. Now, I'm going to try and kill... Yes, there we go. Did I do it? I killed 3. Ah, that's unfortunate. Okay, well, as you can see, there's Yeah, I killed 4 as well. So yeah, I was trying to do the mission, as you know, I was trying to do the mission to kill 6 enemies with 1 Haunting Wind with Shadow Walk, but as you saw there, I was only able to get 4. So yes, 4 maximum anyway. And now you get a chest. You get extra loot. And we do have one of those special mechanical keys, which I will show you what they do in just a second, but let's teleport out. There we go. Now, we have gained one of those mechanical keys, as you can see. It's a hidden clockwork key. And now what that does is it gives you a chance to choose between a glyph, which is going to replace your Shadow Bolt with something else. You can go with an upgrade, which will give you a passive benefit. Or you can go with a gift, which will give you health or extra keys or energy cells. I'm going to go with the upgrade this time, because we do have quite a lot of money, or mana in this case. And we're going to go over to our mobility skills here. It will unlock a specific one. So, set enemies on fire when shadow walking through them. I actually really like that. Let's take it. There we go. You can only upgrade at certain points as well when the game allows you to, because like for example this card right here will allow us to upgrade. So let's see. Shall we, yeah, we have to go for some more mobility skills. So what are we going to go for here? We have to go for this one. Enemies damaged by Haunting Wind are marked. The mark generates mana on basic attack kills. That's actually pretty cool. I like that. So we'll make even more money. I like that. So, what else are we going to do here? I suppose we'll go for an easy combat. This is only one phase. You can tell by the skulls, of course. Yeah, I really should have... yes, I really should have used my Haunting Wind Shadow Walk through those guys and probably completed the mission. I need to really have that in my mind while I'm doing this, but yes, it's really just showing off the game itself to you guys and seeing if you actually would enjoy this. I actually really do like how smooth the gameplay actually is. So there is that to take into account as well. Ooh, here we go. Maybe. What did I do there? Was I able to do it? Did I not hit anyone? Okay, apparently I hit no one. Yeah, that was kind of sad, I guess. But yes, I suppose it's mainly because of these shield guys. The shield guys are going to be pretty hard to take out. They are very resilient, of course. So, okay, now let's see. Am I able to do this? Yep, there we go. We completed the mission. Fantastic. And we got a huge amount of mana from it as well, which I really do appreciate. There we are. We're going to have to use that in a shop, maybe upgrade, something along those lines. But right now, obviously, we're just going to be teleporting out of there. There we go. So we do have another combat, or we could go to the shop, or we could open a mystery card. I think we'll open the mystery card, see what that is. That appears to be a nice little gift there that will give us a little bit more. I think that is something like affinity, which will give you some extra bonuses in one way or another. I am unsure about that. I've seen it before, but I've not really explored it that much because I didn't have that much to spend to begin with. So I think we could potentially just go for Guardian now. That is the boss of this particular level, and then we can try out maybe another character. So, let's go on to the Guardian here. Now, these are usually very difficult, but obviously the first initial boss is going to be pretty easy, I would say. So, let's just hope that that is indeed the case, and I don't completely embarrass myself on the first level, but we'll see. It depends what kind of boss it is. Ooh, this is a hard one. Yes. He is, yes, definitely pretty difficult. As you can see, he has a huge spray attack, which is completely destroying me right now. So let me see if I can actually use my Shadow Bolt against him a little bit. I picked up some health there as well. There we go. Come on, set him on fire. There we are. Take him out. I don't really want to use all my energy cells, so I didn't really want to use my Shadow Bolt any further, but as you can see, him having a shield absolutely almost destroyed us. I'm having a look if there's any chest. No, there is no chest. But we now get to speak to our, shall we say, assistant, or maybe our helper in this leap of fate.
I was wondering how much longer you'd stay on the run, Neo. You made the right choice coming to the Crucible of Fates.
And there we go. So we get to choose a reward for this. So, what are we going to do? I think Burst is probably the best. Cause an explosion at the Shadow Walk's point of origin. And there you go. So we've completed that mission, and now we get another one, which is in level 2, defeat the Guardian with a special kill. And a special kill is when you deal a killing blow using your glyph, Shadow Walk, or obstacles. Now, of course, we could do that, or we could try out another character, and I think we're probably going to do that. So I'm going to give up, and we're going to return to the title screen. And we do, even when you give up, you do actually gain the mission completed. So that's pretty nice, I've got to say. I like that quite a bit. So even if you don't have any time to continue, you can just give up and return to a new run at some point. Now, Big Mo uses a laser, and it has an overheating mechanic. So instead of Aeon just being able to shoot infinitely, Big Mo has an overheating mechanic. So if you shoot his laser for too long, then obviously you will get overheated. But the second phase of his laser does a lot more damage, and it has a lot more width in its channeling. So it's kind of a double-edged sword, but if you manage it correctly, he can be very, very damaging indeed. But first, we're going to play Mukai, I feel, because I've never played her before, and I think it would be rather amusing to take a look. Attack in close combat with spirit blades. Okay, that's a little bit too risky for my liking, but we're going to try it nevertheless. Oh my.
There's always been noise. From when I was little, it was barely audible, you know, like a distant radio that's constantly on. And I can't remember when, but it started suddenly. There were voices whispering to me, suggesting what to do. The doctor said to ignore them, like resist. I tried. I really tried. For months, like years. But one day, I finally gave in, and I opened my mind to them. Leave this place. So I did, and I don't remember much from the rest of the day. They took over. Or maybe it was me who hid inside, I don't know. Soon I realized, like, I had simply left one cell for another. The voices were all I had. And there were 3 of them. They kept talking. To me, between themselves, arguing, constantly arguing. And it drove me crazy. There was only one place left for a freak like me. New York's Undercity. And I thought maybe I'd find some acceptance there. For once, I was not the weirdest person around. But when you're vulnerable, you can bet that someone, somewhere will try to take advantage of you. There were 3 guys from a mystic branch of Yakuza. And the voices must have felt my distress because they became very protective. I kept the masks as a warning to others who might try to do the same. Things calmed down after that, but you can only be aimless and alone for so long before you lose what's left of your sanity. And all of a sudden, almost like a confirmation, it happened again. I heard a new voice in my head. I panicked. I called on the other 3. I asked for their protection, but they were dead silent. But the new voice wasn't threatening. It was soothing and comforting. It offered me a way to change my fate and to set my head free. So I followed it.
Now, I have to say, I am very impressed with the storytelling in this game as well. Now, obviously the graphic style is very, very simple, but I feel like it's elegant at the same time. Now, let's head on into the deck, and of course we have a mission to kill 25 enemies with our basic attack. Now, our basic attack is apparently a melee attack, which is new to me because every character I've played so far has been ranged. So, this is going to be amusing. It's either going to be an absolute failure or... Oh my. Okay, so how do I... Okay. Okay. I'm not entirely sure I'm liking this so far, but yes, maybe I'll just have to be a little bit more careful, should I? Am I going to be more careful? Well, I can summon some spirits, I suppose. I'm almost dead, in actual fact. Okay. That might be a little bit... Ooh, okay, that was... Whew, that was a little bit close, wasn't it? Okay. Oh, okay. Yes, everyone says this is the easiest character. I don't believe it somehow. I'm pretty sure I don't believe it. Let's just try out our abilities here, just to make sure that I know what I'm doing. Ah, okay, so that fires the... Wait a minute. That doesn't actually... That doesn't take any mana at all? That's my glyph, in actual fact. Okay, that's pretty cool. Now, there's her Shadow Walk, and that fires a projectile. Oh, it does take mana. It does take mana. It's just that we're now able to leave, so that was my bad, but... Okay, well that's pretty impressive, I have to say. I am a little bit worried that I'm going to die now, because, yeah. Well, let's just see, shall we? Oh my, that's kind of worrying. Oh, no. Okay, we have a shield. We have a shield, so it does actually... Oh. It does actually give you a shield, but unfortunately... Yeah. I am unsure how it works. Now, yes, there we go. There is the additional... Shall we say... additional resource, and you're able to continue missions from that. So that's actually pretty cool. Now, yeah, let's see here. So... Aha, you use the spirits to attack with her. She doesn't actually attack, you just use the spirits to attack. So, okay, let's try this again. Of course, this is the nature of roguelikes, and yes, it's just one of those things where you're just like, oh, one more mission. Okay, so actually, this is not that bad. I mean, as you could see, we just defeated those guys incredibly easily. She does have a lower health pool than the others as well, so you do have to bear that in mind, but she does have a shield. And so you have to make good use of that, but I'm unsure when the shield comes up. I'm pretty sure once you attack, the shield comes up, so I guess that's pretty nice. But yeah, let's just go for an upgrade now, see if we can actually afford anything. Oh, we can. Your glyph deals more damage. When your health bar is full, you're surrounded by a damage-dealing aura, which causes special kills. Oh, that's actually pretty nice. Let's go with that. Okay, another combat. We don't have enough money to go in the shop just yet. Okay, so... Oh my. Okay, so that is actually really cool. Do you see that? Yeah. You see that damage-dealing aura? That is overpowered. Oh, I like it. I like it. Okay, so let's try and stay at full HP so that we have this damage-dealing aura. I mean, look at that. Did you see that? That is insane. Wow. Okay, so let's use the chest and get a little bit of rewards there. Nothing really to write home about there. But we can now teleport out and continue on to the next combat scenario. Oh my, this is actually really cool. Okay, so now I can see. Now I can see why people think she is very, very powerful. And relatively simple to play so far. Obviously, I just have to run around now. I just have to run around. That's the extent of my skill. Oh yes. Oh, there we go. We lost our shield. So once we lose our shield, that is when you have to be a little bit careful. So we're going to try and avoid being attacked. So I'm going to try and use my slash ability a little bit more now. Okay, so bear in mind we have 3 phases here. So where's my shield? Where is my shield? Is it coming back? Well, we have to kill 5 enemies with my chains, so I'm going to try and do that. There we go. Okay, so we've killed 3 out of 5 now. Hopefully I'll be able to get another couple killed with it. There we go. There's a couple more of that resource that allows us to restart or continue, shall we say, in the event of a game over. And let's open the mystery. Let's open the mystery card. Let's see what it is. Ah, we get another one of those. Okay, well that's perfectly fine. We get another 100. That's pretty cool. And, ooh, there's a challenge. To succeed, generate the specified amount of mana. Okay, so we might be able to do this if we stay at full HP. If we are able to stay at full HP, I think it might be possible. If we can't, then I would say probably not. Probably not possible. Let's see. Can I do it? Can I do it? Maybe. Maybe we'll be lucky enough. Whoa, I really do like this damage-dealing aura, though. Oh, yes, look at that. We did it. We did the challenge. Very nice. So, yeah, if we'd been hit there, then I think it may have been a lot harder because you do have to use your glyph and your shadow walking ability. So, yeah, I've tried that particular challenge before and I haven't done very well, that's for sure. So, ooh, now we have a lot of money, so we can head into the shop and we can get a random glyph if we want. We can get a clockwork key, or we can get some extra shadow walk charges. Let's get a random glyph for fun. Let's see. What does that do? Wrath of the Ancient One. And that's what that does. It fires a squishy thing. It fires a squishy thing at the wall or something along those lines. It sounds like a squishy thing, whatever that is, but okay, that's perfectly fine. Ah, okay, well, let's continue. We have our damage-dealing aura, which is utterly fantastic. I can't believe this is a tier 1 ability. As I say, there may be changes in the full game, maybe balancing changes, things like that, but right now, yes, Mukai seems like a very fun character to play. I was not sure at the beginning because, well, we died pretty easily. She does have a low HP pool. Not anymore so much because we do have an additional HP increase, so there is that to consider. Ooh, and there's another glyph? Or was that a clockwork key? I think that was a clockwork key in actual fact. And there's the Guardian. So we could go for the clockwork key right now. I think we'll go for that and we'll actually choose an upgrade just to make ourselves even more powerful because who can't have that? Let's go for some attack skills. Okay, so let's see. An orbiting drone follows you and shoots homing missiles. This effect only occurs only when you shoot. Oh, that's not particularly good, is it? For us. We're not shooting at all, in actual fact, so let's get some mobility skills, maybe. Enemies become confused when hit by the projectile, or after a shadow walks, time slows down for enemies, but not for you. So as you can see, we can actually just take a look at some of the more advanced skills here. When landing from a dragon jump, cause a shockwave that pushes enemies back, pulls surrounding enemies towards the shadow walk's point of origin, and the bait explodes at the end of its duration. Yes, now there is... Yes, this. You can spawn a dummy that attracts enemies, and then you can actually spec it to do even more. So, if you want to, you can spec yourself to be anywhere you want. You can focus on misdirection or whatever you desire. So let's try and avoid getting shot by these things. Thank you very much. Ah, there's the Guardian. Oh, it's this guy. Is it the same guy? I hope not. Oh, he's firing electric shockwaves and things. Oh my, this is not good. Okay, so let's fire our squishy thing at them. Yes. Okay, well, I'm out of ammo now. Technically out of ammo, at least. I have no shield, so let's just see if I can survive this. There we go. I've taken care of all the ads, at least, so now we just have to be relatively close to this guy. He's dodging us. Do you notice that? He's actually dodging us incredibly well. Ah, I was trying to reflect his projectile. Unfortunately, I'm unable to do that. I thought I could actually do that. And there's some health here. Oh, this would be disappointing if I die now. No, we cannot allow it. Okay. Okay, we can do it. Maybe. There we go. Oh, that was close. That was really close. But we do get some HP, so we're able to continue no problem at all. And now we can hear from Mr. Eyeball Man.
The streets are a very dangerous place for a child. Don't you have a home to go back to?
And there you have it. So, yes, we do have 3 different rewards. Following a shadow walk, your special kills yield bonus mana and loot for a short period. No, I think basic attacks that hit enemies have a chance to drop mana is pretty good. I don't think glyph dealing more damage is that good, unless you have a glyph that maybe does AoE damage. We currently don't have anything like that, so I'll just go for the basic attacks increase. So, there you have it. A very small look at Leap of Fate. I have to say, I'm actually speaking quite highly of this game. I actually feel like it's actually a very fun time. And so, I thank you very much for watching this special feature, and I will see you next time.